So for this problem, the derivative of the continuous function f of f is shown here on the graph. For part A, it asks, what does the first derivative tell about the direction of the function and what are key features? So from -1 to 2, the function is increasing. There's a discontinuity at x equals 2. That is why there is a gap and the open circles are drawn, which means that the original function is undefined at this point. From x equals 2 to x equals 3.13, it is decreasing and it is below the x-axis. And at x equals 3.13, there's a minimum. Then from x equals 3.13 to 5, the function is increasing and it crosses the x-axis at 4.26, which means there is a 0 there. For part B, it asks use the first derivative to find out information about the second derivative. So from -1.2 to 0, the function is below the x-axis, which means it's negative, but it is still increasing, which means it will be concave up. From 0 to 2, the function is above the x-axis, which means it's positive, and it is still concave up because it is increasing. At this point, again, there's a discontinuity, so there's a cusp there or a corner, but in this case it is a cusp. And then from 2 to 3.13, it is decreasing under the x-axis, which means that this function would be concave down, and there's a minimum at 3.13. From 3.13 to 4.6 is increasing, but still under the x-axis, so it is concave up because it is increasing. And then from 4.6 to 5, it is still increasing, and it's above the x-axis, which means it is positive. So then it asked about the shape of the original function. So as I just mentioned, it is concave down or concave up from x equals 1 to x equals 2. So the original function would look somewhat like this. And then there's a cusp here because it is undefined. And then from 2 to 3.13, it is decreasing, which means it is concave up. And then it will be concave down from 3.13 to 4.6 with a 0 at 4.26. So with this information, sketch the graph of the parental function with the domain x from 0 to 5 and the initial condition of f of 0 equals 3. You may make number charts to help you. So right here, as I mentioned before, this is going concave up and is above the x-axis. Since it only says from 0 to 5, we don't draw this part, but it would be negative. And then there is a cusp here, which is shown right here, where the derivative would be undefined. That's why it's discontinuity. And then it goes from concave up from right here.